Good morning, everyone. My name is MightyStream, and I'm going to do your December the 19th Spiritual Principle Day in a meditation. Meditation is entitled Living with Our Conscience. In the end, we are the ones who must live with our conscience. In order to do so comfortably, we must decide what is and what is not morally acceptable in our lives. That comes from It Works, Step 10. There's some irony in the fact that self-centeredness can make it difficult to stay in our own lane. In some cases, we disregard our own principles to give all our attention to what others think of us. Other times, we overlook our own behavior and focus instead on how other people fail to live up to our standards. Daily inventories help us focus on our own actions and motivations. We often find more clarity about our values, and as a result, the voice of our conscience becomes becomes stronger and clearer. Whether or not we consider our own morals in making decisions, our actions place our principles out in the open for all to see. Many of us come to NA with some baggage around the word moral. Much of what we know about morals and morality comes from family, society, or religion, and may not ring true for us. Maybe we misunderstood what we were taught, or it was communicated poorly. Maybe our values truly differ. In any case, getting to know ourselves better through steps 4 and 5 helps many of us realign our own moral compass. We continue that work through a regular inventory in step 10. We learn to tap into our own inner wisdom and allow our conscience to guide our actions. Where once our differing moral values may have led us to be defiant or judgmental, recovery allows us the courage and confidence to live according to the values that ring true for us. We might not always know the right thing to do, but as one member shared, when I honestly check in with myself, I can at least figure out what the wrong thing is, so I can not do that. Along with the guidance of our sponsor and our higher power, regular inventory helps us continually improve on our ability to live by our conscience. Daily inventory can be a form of conscious contact with my own conscience. I will work to maintain that connection today. Let's take a moment of silence followed by the we version of Serenity Prayer. Moment of silence now, please. Thank you. God, grant us the serenity to accept the things that we cannot change, the courage to change the things that we can, and the wisdom to know the difference just for today. Please and thank you. We're talking about step 10. We're talking about the benefit, right? The benefit of doing a more daily inventory, where we're going over our day, looking at the things that we've done, the things we haven't done, the motives we've had, the motives that we didn't have. And we're looking at that and we're making a decision about those things within that 10th step that maybe we need to correct. Maybe we need to make prompt amends for. But the prompt amends is not always about making it to someone else. Sometimes it's about making it to myself. Maybe I haven't been consistent in a moral sense of it, right? In regards to morality. Maybe I've negotiated some of my own core values to make someone else happy, people pleasing. And I now am feeling some some way about it. I'm feeling some sort of sadness that, again, I didn't defend myself. I didn't take care of myself, right? So when I do this step 10 on a regular basis, I get an opportunity to look at how I'm doing about self-care, with self-care, right? And I'm able to correct those things so that when it comes up again, I'm very much aware of how I felt the day before when I didn't take good care of myself. And I make a commitment, this time don't be so quick to say, yes, I'll be there. When you know you really don't want to be there, you don't have the energy to be there, right? Nor the time. And it's not necessary, right? It's not a high risk situation for me to be there. Why commit to a bunch of things when I know, right? I know that they just drain me and take away my energy to function on a day-to-day basis. That's just one example of what doing a daily inventory can reveal to you about self-care, about yourself. And the prompt amends you make is not necessarily going to be to another person. It may be to yourself. And if that's the case, you're the better for it. It's okay, right? We do talk a lot about not being self-centered. But in that discussion, we still need to do self-care. It's innate to be self-centered. It's innate to want to take care of ourselves, right? The way that we do it is the problem. And so we just readjust our thinking on this, our perspective. And we say, you know what? I'm going to balance this out. Instead of having conflict or be in contradiction with myself or someone else, I'm going to adjust my behavior. And that is prompt amends. So today I want you to easy does it, living with your conscience. Remember that your conscience is your guide, right? But you're still in control of where you guide it. You're still in control of the foundation that your conscience is built upon. We all have things that we grew up with, traditional things that our family taught us about what was good, what was bad, what society taught us about morality or religion. We all have those things, or the lack of religion. I've met people that know very little about God, know very little about any religion, because they were raised as atheists or agnostic or just not interested. And that's totally okay. To be at this stage in life and learning is a gift. It's a gift. So if that's you out there, just remember that a daily inventory can be a form of conscious contact with your own conscience, and that you can work to maintain that connection today. Having an awareness of how you feel, what you're thinking, what core values are you supporting by behavior, and which ones you aren't, where you need to clean it up a bit, where there's that disconnect between what you say you're about and what you're actually about. This is a beautiful meditation today. I hope that you have a beautiful day on purpose. I intend to talk to you tomorrow.